Vanakkam, Namaste, and blessings to everyone. This is Dr. Bhairavi Balasubramanian, PhD, the Sky Priestess. I have figured out what is going on in the skies. The irony is that I had already written about it when I was doing the monthly overviews, and I should have just read what I had written. But the universe decided that I needed to experience it. And what I found is that basically Neptune in Pisces is trined the North Node in Cancer. This particular alignment, depending on which calculation of the North Node you take, will basically last through September within a 2-degree orb. That doesn't mean that things are going to be as crazy in the way that they have been for that long. It means that at this time, we are actually at one of the highest points of intensity of this alignment. And it will move away from this very, very high point of intensity gradually, but we kind of need to get through May and get through June for that to happen. So what's going to be happening is that we are all going to have opportunities to be triggered. And that is okay. That is perfectly fine. I hate it when someone uses the word trigger as a negative thing, because if you are human and incarnate, that is part and parcel of your learning process. Being triggered is an issue when you are unaware that you're being triggered and you're just responding without awareness, or that you decide to keep triggering people and you're unaware about that too, and you're not really taking responsibility for that. Those are the times where being triggered is an issue. Otherwise, it is just part and parcel of what triggers our awareness into being. So when we look at these two factors, Neptune in Pisces and the North Node in Cancer, the first similarity that both of them have right now are that they are in water signs. They are deeply, deeply karmic. They are things that you cannot understand with the rational and logical mind. Neptune links timelines. It links lifetimes. It brings up hidden things that you're not even thinking about that may have happened so long ago in a life you don't even remember. The North Node gives you opportunities to work through these karmic patterns, not without challenge, but it gives you the opportunity to kind of emerge and evolve through entrenched patterns of feeling and connection and intuition. So when you put these two together, what you really see is an alignment that is asking you to feel, to express, and to allow the energy to move through you. Now, by that, I don't mean that you need to allow bad energies or anything of the sort, or what we call negative entities or energies through you. What I mean is you need to allow your process to move through you. When Neptune is trining the North Node, it brings up a lot of opportunities for us to go deeper into our emotional bodies and to allow that muck to come up, to allow that humanness to come up, because some of that muck is the fertile ground for your evolution, and some of it is just stuff that needs to be cleared away. But it's not going to be easy. It takes it to a whole new level. The challenges come from left field. They may not have anything to do with anything that you have done. They may be things that were karmically written a long time ago. Or, as I have figured, they are basically, it's kind of like if you're standing in a field and a lot of debris is coming at you from somewhere else that has nothing to do with you, you're kind of getting covered in all of that stuff, even though it's not yours. So that's the other way this Neptune alignment and energy has been manifesting. It's just been throwing up more and more of the collective shadow at us for us to process. Am I saying that we need to become punching bags to that? No. I'm saying that we need to be mindful when something is really got nothing to do with us and learn to step out of the way. Now, because I am someone who likes to understand some semblance of cause and effect, I didn't realize it. It was just like, am I doing something wrong? Is it me? What's happening? And I just could not find a logical answer to it. But when I kind of figured out what it was, I just kind of went, oh God, I am such an idiot. I didn't do anything wrong. This is just debris. Oh God. I mean, think about it. If you're standing in the way of crossfire, it really doesn't have anything to do with you. It's just you in the wrong place at the wrong time. And a lot of these alignments a lot of these triggers and potentials for awakening will also come by simply kind of getting caught in the crossfire. Now, in some cases, people, individuals, situations may be triggered by something that you did. and it is important to take acknowledgement of that if that is truly the case. But when it is not the case, don't take it on board. Part of the lesson is to sidestep and dodge. Simply because you're not going to be helping the collective if you're taking on its BS and keeping that toxicity and keeping that poison in you. By redirecting some of that negativity to a more positive source of energy for transmutation, that's one way you can help. Just remember that you don't need to let it poison your own emotional and intuitive body. Another thing that you can do is to work with either rituals that are focused on water, or to be a little bit more conscious about the water that you drink, to give thanks for water, realizing that many do not have clean access to it. It is a good time to use stones like aquamarine, aqua aura quartz, blue lace agate, as these allow communication and clarity to come through the emotional channels. You may not be able to make sense of another person's reaction at all, and it may have absolutely nothing to do with you at all. Part of the reason why this alignment becomes a lot harder to manage is the idea that somehow everything that happens to us is a reflection of what we do. Sometimes it really isn't. The law of attraction is not all encompassing that way. The universe has many laws, and sometimes they kind of intersect with each other in different ways. But yeah, that's what I learned. That's what made sense. That's what allowed me to go into my process, which I shared with all of you. And that's what actually helped me understand what was going on. Even if you had given me the most eloquently written description of the alignment, it wouldn't have sunk in till I actually felt it. And that's what all of us are going through now. So allow yourself to feel your process. Allow your emotional body to move through with the flow of energy that's coming at you. Don't feel the need to contain it, to label it, to, do something with it, and just let it flow out. And the moment you can do that, the moment that clarity actually strikes. So whilst Neptune is associated with a lot of deception, delusion, twinkly lights where they're actually pitfalls and all of that kind of stuff, it is equally associated with transcendence and enlightenment. So that too is something that we can look forward to, but only if we are willing to allow the flow to be what it is and what it needs to be, and for the answer to reveal itself. Allow the flow to happen. Allow the flow to actually let different layers of your awareness, your shadow self, all the selves that you don't really want to look at, and allow it to come up. It doesn't matter what other people say about your process. As long as you're not hurting other people, and as long as you're not hurting yourself, you are okay. Everyone has their own way of navigating and weaving through this, and the benefits are manifold. As you allow yourself to align with that deeper flow of trust and faith and surrender to spirit, you actually see the answer manifest in front of you. The difficulty is in realizing that a lot of our egoic reactions are based on whether it's a mental programming, whether it is a pattern of trauma. These are things that are based on constructs that do not actually reflect the true self. And it is very hard to get lost in those constructs and to interpret what is really a larger collective opportunity as a personal attack, even if it seems exactly like that. There is a hidden hand that is moving every experience that we experience to us at this time. And even if the answer is not clear, having the faith that that process is occurring in the background can be one of the, one of the beliefs that bring us solace at a time of great intensity and great stirring within. Artists, dreamers, intuitives, mystics, psychics, anyone who really seeks to express a transcendental truth in the world can really go far with this alignment if they allow and trust their emotional flow and bodies to bring up what needs to be dredged out, and to allow that process of cleansing within and without to occur. It comes down essentially to faith and into being willing to be seen as vulnerable, human, perhaps silly, sensitive, whatever. And the best that we can do for our fellow humans is to support them through their process. We don't need to carry them, but we can simply witness and observe without judgment, because we never truly know another person's perspective and another person's struggle. With that, take care. Many blessings, lots of love. Bye-bye.